Hi everybody, welcome to Walker's Guide and welcome to day 15 of 30 Days of Wild. And today we're out here just outside the church on Hatfield Heath looking at the ground. Now, yesterday we saw that beautiful heather, but today it's somewhat different. We saw a heath, which is a beautiful sandy environment with heather and other heathland plants. Our main thing yesterday was the heather, but today we're looking at the environment here. And this is an acid grassland. So acid grasslands, as their name suggests, are acidic. That means the soil has a pH that is acidic, you know? And that means you get some interesting species of grasses and plants. But we're not going to see them up here, so we need to go down there. So down here lower we can see the different plants and types of grasses. This is a man-managed grassland now. Back in the day it would have been grazed with cows and other grazing animals. Cows were often used because, well, they graze quite a lot. Rabbits would also eat a lot of the grassland. This long, thin plant here is sheep sorrel or red sorrel, sourweed or field sorrel. It's got a few names. And the flowers that come out are bright red. And it is an acid-loving plant. And from that, we can move on to other species. This here is common sorrel, another member of the same family. And over here, we have some lesser stitchwort. Lesser stitchwort was actually used medically at one point to help wounds to heal, or was thought to help wounds to heal. All of these are acid-loving plants. But how do we keep this area protected? How do we keep it working and staying the way it is? Because you see, acid grassland instinctively or naturally wants to change. Now we're in mid-June, and normally by now you would expect this to have been mowed short and cut down. But you don't do that with this sort of environment, because if we were to cut it down now, we would lose some of our breeding time for some of the insects and animals that live here. Butterflies and moths, the shrews that live within this grassland, need that time to breed and to mature. So what do we do instead? We leave it. Now in September, there will be a cut made. And in September, all this long grass will be cut down short. But the key thing is the arisings, the cut grass, will be taken off site and will be composted elsewhere. Because if you leave it behind, it improves the quality of the soil. You improve the quality of the soil, and that will mean that you get plants that are not acid grassland plants. And it's important that we keep the acid plants here. Oh, look at that butterfly. Can we see it? Can we see it? Where'd it go? Over there. This is one of the things that is very important for the acid grassland, is things like our butterflies. Unfortunately with this camera, I don't think we're getting it, but that's okay. And what's nice about this grassland is not only is there a car park next door, and you can walk across it, but also there's an info board. And let's have a quick look and see what on there we haven't yet spotted. So we haven't seen our thistles or the ragwort. These are different types of grasses, the false oaks, the meadow foxtail, the red fescue, the Yorkshire fog. I love that name of grass, Yorkshire fog. And you've got the cuckoo flower, and obviously you've got mouse, shrews, voles. you can see the different length of grasses and the different size of them. The false oak grass there, and down here this is Yorkshire fog, because it's such a heavy plant that when you get a lot of it together, it almost looks like a mist across the grass. Trees are important, but grasslands are really important too. So maybe if you're out and about and you see a patch of grassland that looks like it's not been looked after, don't think to yourself why they're not looking after it. Think to yourself, how are they looking after it differently? Because different management techniques are important for different environments. And although this might to some people look unkempt and unloved, actually it's quite the opposite. It's protected and loved because of the way it grows and because of what lives on it. Well, that's going to be all for this video of 30 Days of Wild. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll go out and look at your local grasslands in a different way. But that's all from me for today, so I'll see you again tomorrow on 30 Days of Wild from the Walker's Guide for day 16. See you later. Bye.